Welcome. It is the SEMA stage, SEMA 2014. I'm Dennis Pitzenbarger, and welcome to some of the great interviews you're doing here for SEMA 2014. Next to me, Paul Vehoven from Clemson University. He has a brain pan that is 10 times the size of a silly car guy like me, but more importantly, what I was getting at is some of the cool education stuff you guys are doing. I talked about it with John Warnick, and it's just amazing what you guys are doing to bring some of the education that we need to fill the pipeline with students, with literally with technicians that can come up to speed with what's going on. Talk about what you're doing over there.
Well, we're teaching the students the art of automotive engineering and what's coming in the future. And it's great to be here to also absorb what the aftermarket is doing. And it's a lot of creative stuff, creative things that we bring back into the education, but we're also helping SEMA members with their technology and basically advancing their products to have better performance and better looking, and it's a great partnership.
What are some of the steps you go through? Like, say if I was a manufacturer of a product, what would be some of the steps that you would take a SEMA member through to help advance their product?
So let me give you an example. We just worked with the Wheel and Tire Council, and we developed what we call a ride guide. So putting some science in the black magic of tires. And what we did is actually quantify the performance differences of different tires for a vehicle.
Now, is that based on grip or lateral grip and items like that?
It's based on simulations, on scientific parameters. It's basically doing some simulations on particular vehicles and really determine what's the difference in ride, what's the difference in handling, what's the difference in braking, and putting some numbers on it so that a customer, when a customer is going to shop for tires, he can also, or she can also see, hey, what's the difference? This is what I want to go, and this is what I maybe want to compromise on.
Well, using that as an example, is that things like, say, cord strength or material within the actual rubber of the tire, like say sidewall stiffness? Is that what we're going? That kind of thing?
That's all part of the tire magic. And that's really different with the different sizes of tire. And if you really go plus sizing, then it also affects the suspension of the car and how it handles. So it's a complex thing.
Well, that's what's so interesting about that engineering side of the automobile is, there's a lot of guys here that build incredible vehicles as a whole, not realizing just how much engineering goes into the simple choice of tires that would go on that $100,000 car.
Absolutely.
Give me another example of something like that, because that's very interesting.
There's another example actually sitting here with another faculty member, Rob Pruka. He's going to talk about it. It's about engine tuning and how engine tuning can affect the calibration and the regulated emissions. So that's another effect that especially our legislators are looking at that, the CARBs, and with vehicle dynamics. We have some similar projects going on with the Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standard 126. That's the electronic stability control, and that's also where we're working with the LTAA on lift kits and how do you assess lift kits in terms of rollover and FMVSS 126.
Talking about how someone that would want to be interested in following this field or being under your wing, so to speak, how does someone get involved in that?
Basically look on our website, cuicar.com. Contact me. My email address is on the website. Talk to us over here. Talk to John Warnick, and we'll get in touch and get you interested in the program.
Is there what about the mix? I got one last question. The mix of students that you get, are we, a lot of the people here have been really not surprised, but welcoming females into this type of engineering programs. Give me an idea what the mix is like, your students. Is it equally male and female, young, old?
I would say it's a very international bunch of students.
Wow, okay.
We are a graduate school, so I would say 60% is international, India, China, and about maybe 25-30% is the US. And we do have about 10-15% female students, and that's really good for the program.
Yeah, it's great. Yep. I know we had Linda Vaughn up here talking about the initiative for women in the industry, so that's great that that's part of it as well. Well, I thank you so much. One last time, if people want to get involved with the program at Clemson and get under your wing, which I would, I'm just not smart enough. Well, I'm not smart enough to do it. But if they want to find you, how would they do that?
www.cuicar.com or send me an email, pjv@clemson.edu.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you.
SEMA stage. We'll be back with more right here at SEMA 2014 on the SEMA Central stage soon.